As the PGA Tour season draws to a close, 26 players have completed their rookie season on the PGA Tour. So we thought we'd catch up with a few of them to find out how they've got on.
It's crazy fun. It's everything I've ever dreamt of. It's kind of something more, but to finally be here to finish my degree, come out here and finally play on the PGA Tour is really fun. It's something that I've kind of always thought about. You know, you don't know how you're going to perform out here. It's a completely different stage. It's a new level of golf, but to finally be here is really something special.
You know, I went from being a little stressful at the beginning to getting into events and not sure about my schedule or where I'd play or when, and you know, Monday qualifiers and alternate lists, and just living and dying off that commitment worksheet. So, and then all of a sudden I won in January, which was early, and set up the rest of the year pretty nicely for me. So I was able to pick and choose and events in my schedule a little bit and relax and mentally. But it's been a great year, and you know, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
The golf hasn't been as good as I wanted it, but the year in general has been awesome. It's pretty impressive out here, just to go from event to event, to see what putting on one of these events entails. They're all unique. Every single one of them is special, and it's pretty impressive the way they treat the players. The fans are incredible. It's you know, the people in these areas take a lot of pride in these events, and rightly so.
Had a little bit of everything. Got off to a really nice start in the fall. It's great for the graduates to be able to roll right into the new season, and if you're playing well, keep the momentum. Kind of came back from the winter and never really shook off, I guess, the rust there. And I think recently, the last 6 or 7 weeks, has been trending in the right direction. So yeah, I've had some good, some bad, and some in between getting back to the good.
I've looked forward to it all my life growing up, and it's been kind of crazy to get adjusted to all the things that goes on off the course, because it's not like you just show up, play 18 holes, practice, and then get out of there. There's so many obligations to do, and so many people around that you kind of, it's not an inconvenience, but it's just you have to get used to kind of the noise around the tournaments and figure kind of your routines out. So it's been a little hectic, but I'm loving it so far.
You know, I mean, honestly, from the web to PGA is pretty similar. I'd say the competition's obviously a little different and the courses are different, but really, I mean, the weeks are the same. I'd say the only difference is the course conditions. I mean, it changes so much from Monday to Sunday and how tough and firm the courses get on the weekend. And, you know, it's a lot of times on tour, just making the cut is huge because you have a chance to win. You could backdoor into top 10 or backdoor into winning. So I'd say that's a little different than the web. The web, if you had a pretty good lead, you know, it's hard to make up ground because guys were shooting so low on the weekends, and out here it's a little different.
Probably a little more consistent last year. Not really missing multiple cuts in a row and always kind of playing 4 rounds and kind of staying in playing shape. It's been a little different this year, but obviously it's a little harder, better competition and better golf courses out here. So I think that would be the biggest thing, just a little more consistency last year. It's kind of been kind of up and down and all over the place. A lot of good, but like the bad's kind of outweighed the good sometimes.
You've really got to bring it. You got to bring your game, and not that you can't on any other tour. It's just there is an elevated status here. I mean, it is hard. These guys are good. It's harder to win. It's harder to have good weeks, and you know. But at the same token, it's not impossible, and it's not, you know, nobody's perfect out here. It's just, you know, it is a tougher game. Courses are tougher, but, you know, it's been great.
I'm continuing to learn. I mean, I still have a long way to go, but I think experiencing what I have so far, I just desire to continue to get better and to show up every week feeling that we're moving in the right direction. I'm 26, so I hope to be doing this for a long time. And I don't really want to think about my number or all that stuff my whole career. I just want to try and play the best golf I can. So, yeah, I think the struggle, at times the struggle this year is just showing me to just don't worry about what it means or what your number is, but just do the practice, do the work, and generally kind of judge yourself, not in comparison to anybody else, but how your game is, and just over the course of your career, try and get as best you can.
Win a lot of tournaments, win a lot of majors, become the #1 player in the world. And there's a lot of goals that I still have like that as a little kid. But there's a lot of smaller goals that I got to step over and kind of complete those just to get to. So, you know, we have our short-term goals, whether it be this week or a month from now, that I got to keep reaching, you know, keep striving for. And then if I keep reaching those, you know, my game keeps getting better every single day. It should be a lot of fun out here.